Welcome to a sneak peek into the enormously valuable content of SK Wealth Academy Patron membership. Now, this is just going to be a sneak peek. The first thing that you may notice is, why is the audio and video quality so crappy? Well, as you can obviously tell, it's just because I recorded a screenshot on a computer. So it's second generation. So obviously my patrons receive direct delivery of the videos that they will receive 4 to 5 times a week, of a length of about anywhere from 5 minutes to 12 minutes for each video. And so the audio and video quality is going to be 100 times better than what you're about to watch, because obviously they don't receive a screen recording, they receive the actual video. And secondly, for those of you unfamiliar with me, I was one of the first people in the entire world to point out gold and silver manipulation by bullion bankers. And in fact, I had conversations back and forth with commissioners at the US Commodities Futures Trading Commission way back in 2009. So I've been tracking gold and silver price behavior for more than 2 decades. And that knowledge of more than 20 years of tracking gold and silver price behavior daily allows me to give what I believe to be the most accurate price predictions for gold and silver in the entire world. So just as an example, you'll see it in this video, because when spot gold was still trading at $1,917, I said in the next few trading days, there's a 60 to 70% chance it's going to fall to $1,850, and it fell to $1,849. And you'll also see other benefits received by my patrons, as I also gave them, explained the opportunity that I said was low risk, high reward to short Royal Caribbean cruise lines. And I gave the price point to enter and open up put options on Royal Caribbean cruise lines, after which the stock promptly fell by 17% in share price over just the next few trading days. So again, quick hitters, in and out. And in that particular case, depending upon the expiration date of put options opened, my patrons either made high double digit yields, or even triple digit profits in just a few days. So stay tuned. Here it is. Let me think. Is there anything else that I want to let you know? Also, you can find me on Zero Hedge, because some of the articles on Zero Hedge that have received the most readership recently, I've written about I was, again, one of the first people in the entire world to observe the growing divergences between physical prices of gold and silver and then the spot and futures prices of gold and silver, and explain why that was happening. And also, I think that particular article received over 300,000 individual reads on Zero Hedge. Recently, Zero Hedge just wrote an article about the $1 billion fine JP Morgan bankers are going to receive for manipulating gold prices in the futures market, something that I have been pointing out since 2009, and people have been calling me crazy and a conspiracy theorist since then. But I knew I was right all along, because the circumstantial evidence back then was as big as Mount Everest. So very few people back then were willing to speak the truth. So all of my content creation, whether you find me on Zero Hedge, whether you're watching this on YouTube along with all the other videos I produce, or go to my new site at malamalama.com/WordPress, are 100% supported by you guys. So you guys being my patrons and supporters and donors. So thanks a million to each and every one of you. I'm very proud of my wonderful and rapidly growing Patreon base. If you want to understand why my Patreon base has been growing so rapidly, then just stay tuned and watch this sneak peek. Okay. Last thing. Just in addition, for other benefits that my patrons receive, at just a $5 a month level, although you can choose to opt to donate more than that if you would like and have my forever gratitude. But for just $5 a month, they also will receive, in addition to the 4 to 5 daily videos per week, 2 extended length podcasts every single month that range in 40 minutes, from 40 minutes each to up to over an hour. and as well special Patreon only articles of financial analysis, and that could relate to anything precious metal markets, gold, silver, platinum. I've also analyzed soybeans at one time, and when I said go long in soybeans soared soon afterwards. And then I've also given specific opportunities and trade and options trading strategies, of which I would say off the top of my head that well over 90% of the options trading strategies I provided to my patrons have been huge hits, meaning they've yielded huge profits. Okay, stay tuned. Here's the sneak peek. Enjoy.
Gold has recovered to solidly over $1,900 at $1,917 an ounce as I speak. Now, one of the dumbest things I saw this morning was that they said Bank of America analysts say gold prices no longer depend upon paper markets now. They're mimicking what's going on in physical markets only. That's one of the dumbest things I've heard all year in regard to gold price predictions, but what else can you expect from banking industry analysts except the dumbest things possible? And why do I say that is so idiotic? Is because all the price predictions I give you for the most likely and the worst case scenarios are based upon behavior I'm seeing happening in paper markets. So I'm not pulling these numbers out of thin air. I'm not guessing about these numbers. I'm observing daily what's happening in regards to the futures markets, and those are what my price predictions are based upon. So again, even the worst case scenarios, they're still within the consolidation pattern. So it doesn't concern me that gold and silver futures prices hit my worst case scenarios, because these worst case scenarios are based upon prices I see bankers gunning for as far as pushing those prices down to those levels I provide in the futures markets. So because I'm seeing efforts of bankers to push prices down to those levels, that's what my price predictions are based upon. So for any analyst to say that paper markets no longer play a price in where gold and silver prices go is idiotic. Now, I do believe there will be continuing divergences between paper prices and physical prices, but there hasn't been a complete disconnect like Bank of America analysts have said. Because where there are a complete disconnect of gold and silver prices from the futures prices, gold would be well over $3,000 an ounce, and silver would be well over $50 an ounce right now. So those Bank of America analyst remarks are just absurd. So regarding future gold and silver prices, I'll have to take a look later on today in the futures markets to see what action's going on, and then I'll come back and I'll actually provide a second lens video today and let you know if I think that was it for the push down in gold and silver futures prices, or if I need to amend any of my immediate term targets. So I'll be back for a quick update. And lastly, on a positive front, for those of you that shorted Royal Caribbean Cruises, it went to $59.12 a share yesterday, which is a 17% drop in share price since the suggested price where I said there was a possible short on a put option strategy, which is right above its 50-day moving average, but you should have very high double-digit profits on the put options on Royal Caribbean Cruise at this time if you entered. So I would suggest locking in your profits and closing that position out at this time. Although some of you may want to take a risk and see if it can push below the 50-day moving average, my preferred strategy would be to lock in very heavy profits when you have them, instead of risking giving them up. So that's all for today. As I said, I'll be back one last time for a quick update on gold and silver markets. I do want to say one thing about the U.S. stock markets, because they also have been dropping as well recently. As many of you know that have been a patron for the entirety of this year, I predicted all the way back in January that we were going to get a big drop in U.S. stock markets before the presidential election in the U.S. on November 3rd. So is this it? Is this it? Because we only have 5 weeks left until November 3rd. But I told you I was still looking for other signs in other markets about an impending larger drop in U.S. stock markets. I still haven't seen them yet, so I'm still waiting for that. So if I see that, I'll let you know. Although, we're getting close to crunch time. Prediction is going to be right because we only have 5 weeks left until the U.S. presidential election. So I'll keep you informed of that as well. Okay, I'll be back for a very second quick update later on today. Have a beautiful day, everyone. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? So I told you I'll be back with a quick update with gold and silver. And given gold's rebound to 1,915 in the futures market as of now, and silver still hovering around $24.80 an ounce right now, I still think there's some more weakness ahead, because we have options expiration on September 24th, futures expiration on September 28th. So I would put the probability anywhere from 60 to 70% that gold will retreat to the 1,850 mark or so before this month is over.